We're on a piece of property that we have in Union Parish, Louisiana. It's 160 odd acres of bottomland. It's creek bottom, good deer hunting track. It's got some sloughs on it. Duck hunted out here, seen hundreds and hundreds of ducks, mostly killing wood ducks, seen a few big birds as well. Got turkey as well. Anyway, and we've got 19 acres of high ground, and I've cleared off several spots on this high ground to make a campsite and food plots. And so I'm at one of the sites right now, probably going to be a small campsite here. And what I've done, it's February the 1st, we're out here and we've planted sawtooth oaks. You can see right here, there's one in the ground. We've already got these staked out. There are 30 or 40 of them around the perimeter of this spot right here. And I have another food plot just a little east of us that we've already planted, got sawtooth in it. And I've got another food plot, well actually two more food plots that I'm going to make here in the next few days as the weather stays dry, and I'll get sawtooth planted in it. Most of you are familiar with a sawtooth oak. It's a very fast growing oak tree. If the tree's healthy and everything is right, it'll actually start putting on acorns in years 5 and 6. So it's great. It's a great wildlife tree. Grows quickly. They're really pretty. I bought 100 sawtooth just for this little project out here. Paid 40, 50 bucks for them. I can't remember, from the Louisiana forestry department. You can buy them right now yourself in any state that you're in. You can buy these trees. They're inexpensive. You can buy multiple varieties to fit your needs, to have different food sources for different wildlife. There are wildlife packs that you can buy that have different varieties of oaks, as well as persimmon and things like that. So suit yourself, but I'd spend a little time looking at that, do a little research, buy some trees, and get some planted on your property. 15, 20 trees a year, 30, 40 trees, plant them every year, bring your kids out planting them, and you're improving your property, you're improving your wildlife habitat, and you're having a lot of fun with your kids. This is one of my boys here, Hayes, and he actually did a lot of the work. He and I put these trees in the ground today, and I want to show you real quickly the important parts about planting these trees. You can see they're all staked out. You can see one right there, and every one of these trees has a wooden stake with some flagging on it. That's just simply when the grass gets up and the weeds get up later in the year and I haven't bush hogged yet, I'll be able to see them and be able to bush hog around them and not run over one. Also too, I planted them a certain distance apart so that I could weave in and out with a tractor and a bush hog, a disc, you know, if I want to work this up and make a food plot out of it. So get good spacing. All of these trees are 15 feet apart. They're also at least 15 feet from the edges so that I can get in and out with a tractor pretty easy, and they're all staked and flagged so that they can all be found. Here's the bag of seedlings that I bought from the Louisiana Department of Forestry. My son's going to open that up in case you've never seen any seedlings, how they come. That is about 60 sawtooth oak. We've already planted about 40, but you can, like I say, buy them in usually multiples of 20s or 50s. I bought 100. The important part is how to get them in the ground. I'm going to show you that real quick. My son's going to take over the camera. The biggest deal when you put these seedlings in the ground, the most important thing, the spacing, hey, just suit yourself. 12 feet, 15 feet, 8 feet, makes no difference. The time of the year, anywhere in the winter, December, January, February, first part of March is fine. You just need to have some moisture in the ground. We've had rain the last few weeks, so the ground is good and moist, so that's going to be fine. The biggest deal are these roots. Digging the hole, there's nothing to it. There are tools out there that professional tree planters use called dibbles. You can invest in one of those and use it to plant your trees. If you're planting 15, 20, 30, 40 trees at a time, there's no reason to go and get a special tool. Just a plain old sharpshooter. You've all got one or two of these in your storage room or your garage. These work great. You can knock the hole in the ground real easy with these, and then I'll show you something important with that. We're going to put this hole in the ground, and all I'm doing is using the sharpshooter to make a good wedge in the ground. That simple. I'm going to reach and get a tree. Here's seedling right here. Most important thing, you see the roots, 6 inches, some of them are 6, 8 inches long. These roots need to be all the way in And the most critical piece to give this tree the best chance of surviving is to get soil completely around that root. Don't just pat the ground down here now, because you're going to leave air pockets down there. That root's going to dry out and this tree will die. So what I do real quick, it just takes an extra minute, is go ahead and make another wedge and push that soil up against the root on one side, come around, push it up on the other side. I realize this is an extra little step or two, but we're only planting 40, 50 trees at a time. My son's helping me. We're able to crank these out in an hour or so, and this tree will have a much better chance of surviving if you do this to get soil around that root from top to bottom all the way. We'll come back and put a stake in the ground, put some flagging on it, or use some fluorescent paint on the top of the stake, mark it good, and let God do the rest. Do this on your property and it can make a difference.